I am already seeing complaints over in r/anime figures subreddit for good reasons. Hi and welcome back to the channel. I'm Steven with your weekly figure news quiz, this time around 13th to 18th of April 2026. And for this week, for the third week in a row, we have more third-party resin figures compared to genuine licensed PVC figures. And I had to wonder if this is something related to how April is actually a new year for Japanese companies. You know, their fiscal year is usually April to March. So usually with a new year, you start things a bit slow, could be related. Meanwhile, for this week, the main highlight is back on 1x4 scales. Could be a good thing or a bad thing depending on which company we're talking about. I might be trashing freeing again. Yes. Let's move on to Hobby Link Japan for our first section, genuine figures over here. And before I proceed, a quick mention over here. This 1x4 scale Sutak Rain Lily statue by Tri-Eagle Studio. I covered this 2 weeks ago on OSGK, already pre-order opened back then. 145,000 yen each, releasing in June next year. So there's a black coat version or the white coat version. Very beautiful figure. I love it. Just that I'm not spending this kind of money on a character that I know nothing about. Yeah. So let's move on to the next one over here, which is already the main highlight this week. Coming from freeing, we have a 1x4 scale Bready from Goddess of Victory Nikke, 45,000 yen, releasing in October. Yep, that is barely 6 months away, and I am already seeing complaints over in r/anime figures subreddit for good reasons, because this figure, including Japanese tax, would be 49,500 yen. That is the price over in Ami, and you can see people complaining over there about how overpriced it is. But so far, every Nikke 1x4 scales by freeing, they're around the 50,000 yen price, and I would highly suggest you to hold back your pre-order and wait until the bargain bin after release. Usually 3 to 6 months after release. As of April 2026, I actually checked out the aftermarket values for a brand new 1x4 scale Bay or Clay or any other Nikke character by freeing, and every single one of them bargain binned by a different degree, right? Clay and Bay, they are around 35 to 38,000 yen each. These two, they bargain bin the least, I think, because their official price is around 40,000 yen. So 35,000 yen is a good discount, but I wouldn't call that bargain bin yet. However, for Rupee, she's going for around 34,000 yen. And then, who else? Anis is down to around 35,000 yen as well. Helm and Marian, these two bargain bin the worst. The lowest I've seen for Marian is around 26,000 yen. Helm around 26 to 28,000 yen as well. And I nearly purchased both. But on that very day, I planned to pull the trigger. Their price went up to over 30k again. So I decided not to buy them yet. So every single Nikke figure by freeing, they are getting discounted. Doesn't matter by how much, by 10 or 30%, doesn't matter. The point is, it is not worth paying full MSRP price for a freeing 1x4 scale figure, regardless of which character at this point. So wait it out. Don't pre-order this one early unless you are really desperate for some reason. And I have also seen complaints about how this one does not look as good as the official artwork. I've seen comparisons over in my Discord server. And my opinion is that, you know, in a 2D artwork, you can do the shading, the highlights, the shadows, however you want. You can make the figure look, can make the character look as detailed as you want. So not exactly a fair comparison against a painted 3D object where the shadow and highlights will look different depending on how you do the lighting. Still, don't pre-order this early. I don't think this one looks as bad compared to the actual 2D artwork, to be honest. Though there were some minor changes that I did notice, like her apron being made bigger over here in the actual figure. And I believe, was it Clenel, right? They made a 1x7 scale Bready as well, but haven't pre-order opened yet. They also made her apron slightly bigger compared to the official artwork. To make it more safe for work, I've no clue. Yeah. So hold off our pre-orders, man. Don't pay full price for a freeing figure, right? Moving on To the next one here, Union Creative 1x4 scale to Love Through Darkness swimsuit series. Mikan Yuki Mio's color version, 36,000 yen, October release. So these Union Creative 1x4 scale figures, they are actually made in collaboration with Free. Free also has a hand in manufacturing them. So is it worth it? 36k? Of course no, but people still queue up for 1x4 scale to Love Through Darkness figures. Otherwise, why would they keep making these over the past many years, right? After they are done releasing one, they change the color, they release it again. They remove the stockings, they release it again, right? To Love Through Darkness, the manga is incredibly popular in Japan. They are eating these things up. Even though, in my opinion, 36k is totally not worth it. Yeah. And I'm also not so sure what is so special about the Mio's color. It is like a slightly shiny, slightly pearlescent or glossy finish to the outfit. Still not worth the 36k to me. I know, I am a cheapskate. I have always been. It is an expensive hobby. I need to be selective with what I buy. So the next one here, 1x4 scale, and also the best value buy this week or pre-order. We have Medicos Entertainment 1x4 scale Bunny Garden Green Reverse Bunny version, 20,000 yen only. November release. 20,000 yen, guys. This is almost half the price of an average freeing bunny girl. It shows us how much freeing has been overcharging us and getting away with it because people would buy them anyway. Why would you lower your price when people keep buying them at inflated prices anyway, right? And a lot of these freeing bunny girls, they bargain bin after release. So if those figures were priced at 25,000 yen, let's not say 20k. 25,000 yen for a freeing bunny officially, that is a price I can get behind. They are about 8 to 10,000 yen higher than they are supposed to be. So Medicos Entertainment as a brand is a brand that I have mixed opinions about. They have their occasional quality control issue with paint work, but regardless, 20,000 yen only. I won't blame you if you pre-order this early. Maybe you should, right? And back then, when they put this Ilya figure 1x4 scale and pre-order for 20,000 yen, it was just a month ago, I think. I thought that price was okay because Ilya is a short character, a smaller figure. But this is an adult character, adult proportions, 20,000 yen as well. So one has to think about the profit margins over that at freeing. It has to be insanely high, yeah. Next up, we have 1x7 scale Entelekia Elite 2 version. I know that I might pronounce her name wrongly. She's from Arknights and this is made by Furio and Phoenix. 27,000 yen, releasing in February next year, 2027. Okay, so this figure or this character at 20,000 yen, I think 27,000 yen, I think it is reasonable. Expensive, yes, but reasonable because of the complexity of the figure. So many parts, just that, shipping cost is going to be insane for this one. Guaranteed giant box just by looking at the footprint of the figure. How much space she's gonna take up, man. The issue with Furio, I've said this many times as well. I sound like a broken record, but for the sake of informing those of you who might be watching my videos for the very first time, Furio and Phoenix, their sculpt department are usually fine. Sometimes they turn out a bit less detailed in the final products, but nothing too detrimental. The problem I have with Furio and their scale figures is that sometimes the paintwork turn out a bit dull compared to what we see in these photographs, right? Granted, these are taken by professional photographers. They know how to make an average looking product look nicer than usual. So what I'm afraid or concerned over here is that her black color outfit will be completely matte finish, like dull matte finish. So the figure will look rather dark and uninspiring. If it is satin finish, slightly shiny, slightly, but not the full gloss kind of shine, then the figure will look a lot nicer. But I'm afraid that the hair, the black color regions of the dress, and even the red color parts underneath will be matte finish. So the figure is going to look dull. And the only shiny parts are maybe the wings over here and these small accessories for the sake of detail, right? Maybe. I'm just guessing over here. Regardless of these potential setbacks, I think 27k for a figure this complex is still worth it. If you want her, pre-order it. Next up, we have Q-Skill Unicorn Overlord. Virginia class Valkyrie, almost 24,000 yen, releasing in February. Okay, so this figure, initially I thought it was a pop-up parade or an Apex Slime Pie, something like that. And then the closer I look, no, this is exceptionally detailed. So much heavy shading on the paintwork. Look at the color gradients on the hair, right? Light blue and the red edges are like way darker blue. This is the kind of paintwork I look for in anime figures. Even the the skirt over here, I'll just call it the skirt. Look at the shading. This is not shadows from lighting. This is actual shading, right? So she looks incredible. I would pay 24,000 yen for this. I definitely would. I have not shown any interest in Unicorn Overlord, but this is my kind of girl. Pretty girl in armor and huge weapons. Q-Skill is a top tier figure brand. Their QC these days, pretty fine. I don't have any problems with them. Just that what the heck, man, this brown color background you chose for these product photos over here, they are terrible. A mismatch with the figure. This is one of the better pre-orders this week, I have to admit that. Next up, we have Blue Archive Amy from Max Factory, 25,273 yen, swimsuit version. May release. So we are paying over 25,000 yen for a swimsuit figure now. Yes, overpriced. And I am going to sound like a broken record, but I would say don't pre-order this. Wait for Bargain Bin as well, because I could see this one going the same way as Max Factory's own Asuma Toki, Bargain Binning, right? The way I'm seeing, even though this figure has two faceplates, they are too similar. Only the mouth is different, right? And this reminds me of Arnis from Goddess of Victory Nikke, the one I reviewed by Good Smart Arts Shanghai. Basically, a girl in swimsuit, in bikini, and the only thing that is adding some detail to the figure is the jacket they are wearing. And I wasn't exactly a big fan of it because it feels a tad bit low effort. I don't know, but it's what it felt like to me. And in the end, I sold my Nikke Arnis figure by Good Smart Arts Shanghai. Yes, she became the first Nikke figure that I own, which I decided to sell because I wasn't impressed by it. And I can see myself feeling the same way about this Amy figure over here. So hold off your pre-orders, wait until after release. Next up, we have Uma Musume, Pretty Derby Smart Falcon by Alter, 23,800 yen, releasing in March next year. Kind of insane, isn't it, that this figure is cheaper than that Amy earlier? When this is more detailed, I mean, look at the outfit over here, right? The small ribbons over here can't be easy to paint without ending up with paint transfer or paint bleeding errors. This is a more complex figure yet cheaper, and it is coming from none other than Alter. So with Uma Musume, if you want it, pre-order it early regardless of brand. Be it Kotobukiya or Alter or Fat Company or Cleanel, all of these, they make Uma Musume figures good smile as well. Their Mihono Bourbon went up in value. They had to re-release it, and the value still remains high regardless. So Uma Musume, pre-order it early if you want it. I have contemplated buying Uma Musume figures a few times, but I have never been a fan of this franchise. If I were to buy it, I only review it and I will sell it. Doesn't sound like a good idea. Doesn't sound like a good way of spending money. But recently, in the past few months, JP fans has been throwing cash in my face, literally. Here's 40,000 yen, go and buy whatever you want. And in exchange, we want 2 videos promoting our service. Simple as that. So if I'm not paying for it, maybe I should get some Uma Musume figures, or that is what I thought. Except a lot of Japanese sellers are scalping Uma Musume figures, and I just couldn't justify it, even though it wasn't my money. Like, how am I supposed to tell people to use a proxy service to buy figures directly from a domestic seller in Japan that does not ship overseas, when that figure is overpriced to begin with? Right? It does not make any sense. So, yeah. Not touching Uma Musume so far. Not going to. Right, moving on to the next one here coming from Furyu and Phoenix again. We have Guri Hoshino double Guri version from Martian successor Nadesico, and apparently this is an anime from the 1990s. Back then, in a different video featuring the Good Smile version, I said that it was maybe from the 2000s. No, I was way off. 1990s, way older. So this has to be like a 30th anniversary celebration or something. 32,000 yen releasing this November, which is pretty fast for a figure that is kind of a 2-in-1. So the price here is very good. 16,000 yen on average for each figure. So between Good Smile and this one, which is the better one? Of course, if you're feeling rich, get both. So if you ask me, objectively, which one would be the better in quality? I'm not sure how to answer that. If we are talking about paintwork quality, I think Good Smile has a big advantage. Their figure are going to look shiny, like the colors are more vibrant, no dull matte parts all over the figure. So that is where they might be better than Furyu. But Furyu and Phoenix over here, this is a pretty unique figure. It feels like buying a pair of twin sisters, or an older and a younger sister, right? And the setup is very unique compared to Good Smile Company's simple figure, one single figure. So this time around, I am going to give the win to Furyu. I think this is a better one compared to the Good Smile version. Good Smile was perhaps playing it a bit too safe with that one. They don't want to make anything too expensive for fear that nobody would buy them. Meanwhile, for Furyu, I suppose that they're not too afraid of making a high-end figure of an anime character, not game character, especially gacha games, because they have been doing this forever, right? A lot of the anime characters get made into scale figures by Kadokawa and Furyu, so they are more willing to go all out compared to the likes of Good Smile. I would say pre-order it if you like it, but being a seasonal anime character, and moreover an anime from 30 years ago, there is a likelihood that she will bin after release, right? And this is really about assessing your risk in a way. How much risk are you willing to take when you pre-order something early? If you want to play it safe, yep, wait until after release, right? And monitor the values. Next up, from PM Office A or Plum, we have the Idolmaster Gakuen Saki Hanami, 21,850 yen, July release, just 3 months away. Plum has mastered the art of releasing figures in just 3 months. They do this to almost every single they put on pre-order. And these IMAS figures, or in general, idol figures, they are extremely popular in Japan. Regardless of what I say, they sell very well. Yeah. I do think this is overpriced. For something this simple, this should not cost more than 20,000 yen MSRP. But who knows, maybe they are getting charged a lot of money on the licensing front. That is also a possibility. Next up, we have Capcom Figure Builder Creators Model Pragmata, Hyo, and Diana. 33,000 yen, January release. I'm not sure what I'm looking at. This looks like a midget riding behind a tall man, but very detailed. I like it regardless. January 2027 release. Of course, the character design is not my kind of character, but still, science fiction stuff. Me likey. Just that Capcom. The problem is Capcom. Capcom is a game developer, right? They don't make figures. They are outsourcing it to someone. And based on their past releases, Capcom Street Fighter figures, those were terrible. I would be thinking twice before pre-ordering this thing. But it is not like we have any other choices. No other brands are making this figure over here. Maybe you don't have much of a choice if you want it. You had to pre-order it anyway. Moving on to the next one. Okay, we have Chris Yukine from Symphogear XV. Is it XV or Symphogear X Season 5, right? There are 5 seasons. So I'm a bit surprised that a character like Chris Yukine or any Symphogear character is getting a Tennital, because these are complex character designs, huge guns and cannons, especially for Chris. Yet they found a way to make it into a low budget figure, without the big cannons of course. But a lot more expensive, because an average Tennital figure is around 6,000 yen, plus minus 500 yen. Looks pretty good, right? The face looks great. I wonder how rare the existing scale figures are. I believe they were made by, was it Wing Company or Hobby Stock? I can't remember. But there are scale figures of Chris Yukine by one or two different companies. Whether they are easy to find or not is another different problem altogether. Moving on to the next one. Okay, Free Run. Initially, I thought this was a re-release, and then the closer I look, okay, a different hairstyle, braids version. So this is a pop-up braid, 5,000 yen, October release. And even though Free Run is very popular and a lot of her figures go up in value, I'm not sure if pre-ordering this early is wise, unless you desperately want her. Of course, 5,000 yen is not a lot of money for a figure nowadays, right? So if you look at her scale figures, especially the one by Design Coco, one set with Fern, right? 40,000 yen plus. That one shot up in value after release. The Good Smile version shot up in value after release. They had to re-release it but not yet out. Kotobukiya version also went up in value. I reviewed that one and I still have her. I won't sell that one. So every single scale figure of her shot up in value. And I've seen her pop-up braids, the older version, being sold at exorbitant prices locally over here in my country. I mean, if you had to pay a big amount for a pop-up braid of Free Run, might as well get a price figure, a few price figures of her. And I would highly recommend the Taito AMP Plus one, where she has all those effect parts around her. I might review it one day, I'm not sure. So I would rather you get the Taito AMP Plus over pre-ordering this thing even. That is what I think at least. But she's adorable in that hairstyle, looks very nice. Right, moving on to the next pop-up braid, this is Coco L size from Witch Hat Atelier. 8,900 yen releasing this November. Okay. I was wondering how are they going to apply the details on this base over here, and then the more I think about it, it is just a single sheet of decal, I think. So this is not a very detailed character. Could turn out nice, right? Pop-up braid is about low prices. So in order to keep the prices low, they choose characters that are lower in detail. Just that, quality control, man. POPs are horrible nowadays in quality control, so I'm not sure how to give advice on this one other than telling you to wait until after release and check out user pictures. And speaking of Atelier, this anime, Witch Hat Atelier, is currently airing. I think 2 episodes out by now, and I haven't watched it yet. I'm not sure if I ever will because I have watched the anime adaptation of Atelier Ryza. Yes, because of Ryza and her thick thighs, and it bored the hell out of me. I can't believe I finished that anime adaptation. It was really boring. Yeah, too peaceful. So I'm not sure about this one in terms of the anime adaptation. And moving on to the last figure on HLJ, we have pop-up braid Kirby. 5,000 yen is actually expensive for something this simple. August release. But yeah, Kirby is incredibly popular, so a re-release is no surprise to me. Now moving on to Ami for more figures that are not available on HLJ. The first one here, Riya's Gramarye Barrel Bunny version, second. 39,600 yen, releasing in September. So this is the pole dancing version, which I actually like a lot more compared to the older version where she is lying sideways, The footprint of that figure is too big, wasting too much space. And for this figure, I actually thought hard about this one. Is it better to get her with the stocking if you can find one at the normal prices? Or should I just pre-order the Barrel Bunny version over here? Personally, I would prefer to have stockings. That is a personal preference. But this is a case-by-case basis because speaking of pole dancing in those kind of clubs, we don't have any here in my country. But I imagine in the US, you guys have clubs where there are a lot of pole dancers barely wearing any clothes, right? So I've seen it in movies at least, where pole dancers, they are mostly bareleg, they don't wear any stockings. So in that case, I think this bareleg bunny version of Riya's looks fine to me, simply because it is a pole dancing position. Yeah. Some bunny girl figures, they look weird when they are bare-legged, but not this one. At least that is my opinion. So pre-order it early if you missed out on the first version. I did not check the value of the stockings version. I'm not sure if it is higher now, but I am going to make an assumption that it is, because High School DxD is also very popular. Next up, we have Prisma Wing, 1x7 scale PR Pro characters Meiko, art by Lek, 30,000 yen, almost. And releasing in July 2027. So no matter how many times you ask me, I will always say that Prisma Wing stuff are grossly overpriced. And this is another good example of it. There are Luca, Miku, and a few other vocal characters, I believe Rin and Len as well, in this same art by Lack version over here. They have the same base, I believe. You can display them together. Their bases are modular in a way. 30k each is insane, man. I don't care what kind of special sauce, special coating they apply on the figure, which is what people are saying, but they are still grossly overpriced to me. Moving on to the next one, coming from Belfine, we have Gushing Over Magical Girls Leopard Serious Mode. 1x6 scale, 28,000 yen after a generous 5,000 yen discount on Ami. September release. This September, okay. So just like we asked earlier, this figure is not available on HLJ despite not being an exclusive. Probably because they are customable. The top at least, right? So this one feels really familiar to me. I think there was a third-party brand that made the same figure before. Yeah, that's why it felt so familiar to me. I had to double-check that this figure had not pre-order opened before. And for this one, even though I have not very nice opinions about Belfine, some of you have insisted that their quality has improved a lot lately, and I will take your word for it, because if a company were to continue producing trash over many years and not improve themselves, then eventually they're going to go under. But somehow companies like Insight, Forge Japan are able to survive, so I'm not sure why. Anyways, if you told me that over the years they've gotten better, I don't believe you. I haven't gotten my hands on the Belfine figure and review it on my own to be able to decisively say what their quality is like. I've only seen a few on display, like in anime conventions, and that was when I get to inspect them and I wasn't really impressed by them. Now, back to this figure, will we get another figure of Leopard in this kind of beast mode, as I call it? It is hard to say, right? The only other company I know of that is making premium scale figures of Gushing Over Magical Girls is Kadokawa. So, this is something that you may want to consider pre-ordering. Yeah, maybe there won't be any alternatives anytime soon. Moving on to the next one here. This is a quick mention. She pre-ordered open weeks ago, but yeah, Guzmal pushed her up the front page. Is she not selling well? A bit weird when I think about it, because Aura is kind of popular. Popular for all the wrong reasons, right? Because she lost her head. This is a cute skill figure, man. How can you not get her? How dare you guys are not pre-ordering her? When no one else are making scale figures of her, and the one who is making it is a very highly respected company with good quality skill. That's the only reason I can think of why why I mean pushed her up the front page, because the pre-orders they got are very few in numbers. Moving on to the next one. Okay, this is like an exclusive pre-order and limited period re-release of some kind, right? Vertex does this every once in a while. So they put 5 of their Elf Village figures on re-release, and it is a limited pre-order on Ami. Over here, the 5th Villager Kukuru Ritual Bathing Suit version, 24,200 yen for a plain bikini figure is very expensive, but it is exclusive, and the value is going to go up if you don't get it. Yeah, releasing in June, very soon. The second one here, 8th Villager Cecile, 24,200 yen, bikini as well, releasing in June. I've covered these figures before, so I won't go into detail again. But Vertex L figures, in short, they are worth getting if you want them. Collect the whole village, man. Next up, the third one here, 9th Villager Ulysses. Okay, 33,000 yen, Antenna Shop Limited Edition. You get the grass base. Releasing in June. The 4th one here, yeah, Mama Tiana. This one is almost 55,000 yen, but the detail level on this thing is ungodly. I'm not sure if you can see it in my videos, but there are some flies flying around because it is going to rain. Yeah, 55,000 yen, June release. If you missed out on the previous releases, yes, pre-order them, right, before you regret it. And the fifth one here, 7th Villager Sylvia, the least impressive looking one. I'm not a fan of the character design on this one as well. 24,200 yen, June release 2. And that is the fifth one and last one getting a re-release. Moving on to the next one here, Animaster, Sugino Jugyo wa Sue Yuzu 1/6 skill, 7,300 yen only, November release. Yep, low budget figure by Animaster. Always a good purchase or pre-order, but I will wait until after release and see what I can get in the market, and then I'll buy them in bulk and review them later on, right? I am going to be selective with what I buy. I don't see it necessary to pre-order low budget figures this early. This one is not yet available on HLJ, but it will be this coming week. Moving on to the next one, Gigantic Series, Mega Man, 14,000 yen by X Plus. How big is this Gigantic? 35 centimeters. Okay, that is big for a character like this. July release. No comment, right? Classic character. Some people will want it for sure. Next up, we are now in mature content section over in Army. The first one is Chijuru-chan Kaihatsu Nikki. Man, I loved the anime adaptation on this so much. I need more episodes of this, man. This is the 10th skin deluxe version with the table over there, the school desk, 31,000 yen releasing in August. Of course, I prefer the previous normal skin color version, not the 10th version, because that is what she looked like in the H anime adaptation. And here is, standard version, 24,200 yen only without the school desk, right? August release as well. Moving on to the next one, we have Korede Genki Deru Yuragi 1/6 skill by Pure, 26,500 yen, which is very overpriced for a simple figure in black bikini, but customable. I guess that they know that you guys are going to buy it anyway, so they just charge as much as they can get away with. We need to remember that this is a Chinese brand, not supposed to be this expensive. Yeah, a bit too plain and simple for me to care, but you know what? At least it is an edgy figure without giant melons on their chest. This is a more normal size. Moving on to the next one, we have Sister Alicia, illustrated by Gomi Mumi, 1/6 skill by Party Look, also a premium Chinese figure brand, and I love my cat ear Sotora made by the same brand. Right, this is 31,700 yen releasing this December. Yeah, just a nun again, doing not very innocent things. Sugoi Dekai Nuns, not getting this one. Next one over here, the last figure here, there are two versions also by Nocturne, Comic Anthurium Cover Girl Minette Illustrator. This is a very beautiful character design, I love it. So this is the deluxe version, 1/5 skill, almost 40,000 yen, September release, and this is one of those figures that you can display normally and nothing seems to be wrong, but this is customable. And here is a simpler version without all the stuff behind her, if you want to save a bit of money, 33,000 yen, releasing in September. When you're buying edgy figures that could never be found again a few months after release, which is to say they will become rare, they will never get re-released, I would say go all out and get the DX version. Don't try to save that few thousand yen. And our last stop for genuine figures over here, Ninin Game, we have two figures by Insight this week. The first one here, Ruwa Kuze, the mischievous girl from the back seat. 1/6 skill, 22,000 yen, October release. Looks like a Gyaru with 10th skin to me. And the last one here, we have Dark Skinned Succubus, 1/6 skill, Isekai. Okay. Item number 7, 22,000 yen, October release as well. These are pretty unique figures. These are market item thing by Insight. Just that I could not recommend this brand at all, because in worst case scenarios, you can even see 3D printing lines on the figure itself. They are really bad. Now we move on to third party resin figures on OS, GK, and before I proceed, a quick reminder, if you enjoyed this video, found it informative or helpful, please give this video a like and subscribe to this channel. And one more thing would be, if you are a customer at OSGK or Hobby Link Japan, please do make use of my links down in the description below to enter these websites if you are buying or pre-ordering anything. And that is how you support this channel. You pay the same amount for the figures you're buying, but I will take a small commission on every sale made. Yeah. So back to third parties here. Our first section would be, yep, chibi figures. And we have one Anya figure this week. Anya Forger cosplaying as Demon Slayer Muichiro Tokito. $132. You can have her in black or pink hair. And one with the Demon Slayer mark as well. Ah, okay. These things are selling really well for sure. A lot of brands make these Anya crossover figures and they keep making them. And if you look at their factory production line pictures, it is like a clone factory. Anya clone factory of some kind. They are very popular. People are snapping them up. No release date yet, but guess what? ZH Studio is among the best Anya Forger specialist studios. You don't have to worry about them ghosting you after you put down a pre-order. The figure will eventually come out, right? So this is a brand that you can trust easily. The next chibi figure here is a very nice free run wearing Gengar hoodie from Pokemon. This is by Long Meow Studio and RX Studio, $103 standard edition and variant edition. Ah, okay, slightly different color. I think I would go with the violet hoodie. Huh, this is cute. I think after Anya, Freewen could be the next character to get a lot of crossovers from third parties. I think it makes sense. Ah, quite big, right? Okay. Moving on to the next chibi figure. Charlotte Lin from One Piece by YZ Studio and Power Studio. $91 only, releasing in no release date again. Okay, this is almost like a meme figure or something. Her stuffing her face. Right, no comment. Next up, the fourth chibi figure, A Plus Studio, Dark Magician Girl from Yu-Gi-Oh! $68, releasing in September. Okay, not a fan of this. Face proportion is off. You see, when you do a chibi version of an anime or game character, you need to make the head and the face look like a child, right? So this is a bit like the head of an adult stuck to the body of a child. It looks really weird. You look at Nandroids, they have really big eyes, small nose, small mouth, especially the eyes, they're really big, right? The proportions are adjusted into what we call super deformed design. And this is not the correct way to do a super deformed character. Yeah, it looks funny to me. Next up, we are now in original characters section. So the first one here, FK Studio, Angel Ariel, original character. $259 at 1/6 gear, releasing in September. Alright, looks like the kind of statue you see in a church or something, like outside a church to be exact. And here is a second one here. They are meant to be a pair, right, with this one over here. The next one here, Flower and Shape Original by FK Studio, $278, releasing in September as well. Kinda pretty, just that they are not my thing. Oh, the base is nice. You see, this is the kind of base which I wish more genuine figures would do, you know, instead of a plastic disc base. If there's one thing that I really respect third party figures, figure brands for, it is the way they commit to doing better bases in general. Though I do suspect that part of the reason behind that is that they need a heavy base, because a hollow lightweight base is not going to do it for a heavy resin figure. The figure is guaranteed to fall over and break. Next up over here, this is from a brand that I've never seen before. And this is a PVC figure, so this could be coming soon in Japanese websites in the coming weeks. I'm jumping the gun over here covering her because she's cute. Rain Neko, Rin-Chan Stroll version, licensed PVC figure, releasing in May. $131, so that will be close to 20,000 yen, I think. Oh damn, the amount of details over here, man. I want one. I want one. Oh, this is a nice photograph as well. Reminds me of Kodomo no Jikan a bit. I have a figure from Kodomo no Jikan carrying a very similar school bag. Let's see. These are the official pictures. Yep. Oh, this is the artwork. Okay. It is not 100% similar, but good enough. I like it a lot, man. So is this PVC? Yep, PVC. There we go. Moving on to the next one. This is also me jumping the gun because Abilu is a PVC figure. This is a PVC figure licensed, which means it is coming soon in Japanese websites as well. I'm jumping the gun because of her, yeah, her fabulous backside, which I couldn't show on screen on YouTube for unfortunately. And as you can see, for this week, I'm doing my censorship a bit differently because I'm doing some experiments. I want to see if throwing in a bunch of cats into a figure picture will confuse their AI or not. This one is a 1x4 scale dress-up time Jingxiang baseball jersey version, releasing in November 2027, next year. More than a year's wait. $130, that would be around 20,000 yen. Abilu, by the way, is a PVC figure division of this third-party resin company. What's the name again? God, I can't remember. It is a division of a third-party resin figure company that's fairly famous. Man, I can't remember the name right now, and I don't want to give out false information. So, I won't say anymore. We move on to the next figure. Next up, BGA Studio, Yuri Kanagi and Yuma Kanagi from Bishoujo Mangekyo. And this is among the best looking Bishoujo Mangekyo characters I've seen that has been made into a figure. $310 for a set over here, releasing in March 2027. Like, this is akin to looking at a pair of supermodels posing in a very specific manner for a photographer, and what you're looking at over here could be like a photograph for a magazine cover, fashion magazine cover of some kind, or even Playboy magazine cover, whatever it is, right? Beautiful. I feel like a third party, not a genuine figure brand, should take up this figure, make it into an actual PVC figure. I don't have anything against resin figures, but given a choice, I would always go for PVC or ABS figures because, yeah, they are less likely to break that easily in comparison. Moving up next, we have Manas Sam Keiki Fujimoto Phantom Original Art, which is a 1x6 scale roughly. Officially non-scale, but the dimensions are close to 1x6 scale, yet she goes for $465, releasing this November. So last week we had a figure or a statue from the same brand, also over $400, and for the next 30 seconds or so, I was complaining about how overpriced it is, right? Because 1x4 scale is also going for $400 to $500 among the third parties. And I went through the pictures. It is like another very high quality third party resin figure and nothing special otherwise. And then somebody did respond to me on what this Manas Sam company is in the comments, and I'm going to share it with everyone over here. So the second comment over there by Charlotte Jew 7587. The reason why she is so expensive is because it is essentially a painted GK. Manas Sam, if I'm not mistaken, is the artist's own shop producing limited quantities of their finished work. This is actually pretty cheap considering some legit pre-painted GKs go for upward of $1,000 or more. I see. So what we're looking at is a limited production figure or statue by an artist who is doing everything in his or her own backyard or studio. So we are looking at maybe 50, 80 units only ever made, that kind of thing. And presumably everything is handcrafted, hand-painted, stuff like that, not a factory production line. And given that kind of quantity we are dealing with, not mass production, that means the cost is pretty high. So yeah, I can kind of understand where this is coming from. I am a cheapskate after all, right? So I just couldn't fathom spending $400-500 on a 1x6 scale like this. But yeah, these things are next level, I suppose. The exclusivity of it. Moving on to the next one. Reflection Studio Diana Pragmata, $259. Oh, that Pragmata thing we saw from Capcom earlier. Same character, I think. 1x4 scale, no release date yet. Yep, same character. But Capcom is giving us that giant mecha thing. Right, the eyes are incredible. At least, okay. Don't touch me. Right, $259 for 1x4 is fine, considering this is a relatively small figure. This is not an original character. I put her in the original character section. I was wrong. Okay, fine. Let's move on to the next original character. Yujai Renshin Studio Nurse Momoka, $195 at this is 1x6, not 1x3. Okay, that explains the price because this brand is known for making 1x3 scale dolls, right? Or action figures. Yep, customable and releasing in June. How is this different from buying another 1x6 scale seamless action figure that you can cast off? I'm not too sure. Or maybe they are not that different. The price point is also similar after all. Moving on to the next one, Island Cloud Studio. Shallow Island Cloud. What does that even mean? Okay. Office Lady Series Misa Todo 1x6 scale original character. This is an early bird pre-order. No price, no release date yet. Available in 1x4 and 1x6. And other than giant melons, I'm not seeing anything attractive about this figure. And for some reason, these Chinese brands, they really love putting an office lady character on top or next to a photocopy machine for some reason. I have no idea why. And that is one very heavy looking backside sitting on a photocopy machine. I'm afraid the glass on top might break. Moving on to the next one here, we have two figures from Ling Yun Studio, and these are apparently anime characters, probably Chinese anime, which I don't watch. Against the Gods, Xia Qingyue, 1x6 scale, licensed, no price, no release date yet, early bird. Right. So this is apparently from an anime, Against the Gods, alright? And the next one here by the same studio, The Great Ruler Luo Li, 1x4 scale, no price, no release date yet, from an anime called The Great Ruler. Oh, that is a nice teaser picture for sure, but too early to say anything. Up next, we have PJ Studio, The Demon Hunter Liu Qiyue, also from an anime, The Demon Hunter, $195 at 1x6 scale, releasing this December. PJ Studio, if you like whatever you're looking at, pre-order it, right? I've seen a lot of good things about them, both from their respective owners and also direct pictures, right? Posted by owners or by figure stores which have the final product. And this is a brand that has been around for many years. Moving on to the next one. I skipped a figure by accident. Okay, the first one here, Craftsman Studio, Ai Haibara from Detective Conan. Detective Boys debut Detective Conan. What? Boys? Okay, $132, and this is the only picture we have. Releasing in September. And look at the heavy shading over here. Oh, look at the texture, man. The kind of texture you don't get in PVC figures. That is the nice thing about resin figure. Paintwork looks really good, right? Heavy shading everywhere, on the hair as well. Next up, we have Bagel Studio Run Mori Bunny Girl from Detective Conan, $155 at 1x6. No release date yet. Details are lacking, but it is like classic anime character after all, and I don't think we have a freeing version of this at 1x4. Okay, red color is a bit nicer, right? Black is a bit dull because the whole character is black. She already has a black hair. Yeah, I think this is about what you would expect for a third-party resin figure, around $150. Next up, what we have over here, Boa Hancock by 3A Studio, right? From One Piece, 3 colors, red color, purple color, and white color. Which in this case, I'm leaning towards the red color because the purple color This is not the same purple as the dress Boa Hancock wears, I think. Close enough, but not exactly the same. Now let's have a closer look. Okay, semi-realistic face, I can tell. Oh, what? Come on, man. Why? White, purple. There is one single picture of her face closer up and they slap a logo on it. Yup, semi-realistic face. It looks like Boa Hancock, but that's not what she looks like in the anime, that's for sure. $332 for 1x4 scale. Yep, 1x4. Moving on to the next one, we have Nezuko over here, early bird pre-order, no price, no release date by Arknights Studio. This is very similar to what Aniplex made, right? I think there was a very similar figure of her by a PVC figure brand. Face sculpt is beautiful, and look at the lips over here. The sculpt at the mouth region looks like it is better than even the genuine PVC figure brands. I wonder if we have closer up pics. No, this is the most I can zoom in, I think. I'm quite impressed by the face sculpt, the lip region. So the price, what's the price again? Okay, no price. If this is under $200, could be a good buy. 1x6 scale. Releasing in December, yet they don't have a price yet. Moving on to the next one, Asuka. 2 Asuka figures this week. So last week, someone complained about me not covering this Honey Studio Asuka. The reason was because she pre-order opens on a Saturday. So I finished filming and I need time to edit videos, so I'm only covering it right now. Asuka from Evangelion Street Combat Suit. $400 at 1x4. 1x6 is at $292. Okay, the 1x4 seems to be of better value. And I love this. Oh, this is nice. I can see why you were so mad that I did not cover this last week, because she looks fabulous. For some reason, this reminds me of Rappi, the 1x4 scale by Hobby Sakura, except Rappi's gun is even bigger. Okay, this looks incredible. This is my kind of Asuka. We have details on the jacket, we have mecha or weapon parts. Face is nice, no complaints. Okay, this is one of the best looking third-party Asuka figures in the recent few months even. You need to get this in 1x4 scale to enjoy the details in their full glory. And the next Asuka over here, oh, we have 3 Asukas this week, not 2. This is the second one from Dual Soul Studio, early bird pre-order, no price, no release date yet. And we only have a silhouette over here, yeah. Oh, okay, looks like the red dress she wears to parties. And why is her head down? I have no idea. But just going by the silhouette over here, I'm not sure if I like the pose at all. And the third figure here is both Asuka and Rei with realistic face. Ugh, don't like it. By Team T Studio. So a set over here at 1x4 scale, I believe. Is it 1x4? $533. Oh, no scale mentioned. $533 if you divide that by 2. Let's assume it is $540. $540 divided by half, $270 each. Could be 1x4, could be, right? 1x6 scale, assuming it is 1x6 scale, that would be overpriced for what we are getting over here. But 1x4 is a possibility. No dimensions at all, not to mention scales. But that face is a no for me. Moving on to the next one, we have Surreal Studio Choun Shiryu from Ikitozen. This is pretty random. And this one also pre-order opens last Saturday. $347. There are 2 versions, open eyes or closed eyes. So the thing with Choun Shiryu is that she is normally seen with closed eyes like this. I watched the anime, all of it, I think 4 or 5 seasons. And I'm a bit pissed that, yeah, we were left hanging, the story never finished or something like that. Choun Shiryu is the kind of anime character where her eyes are closed by default. And if her eyes begin to open, you know that you are effed. You are screwed. Yep, that kind. I'm sure if you watch anime enough, you can relate. There are some anime characters out there where when they get serious, that's when they open their eyes. So this one, you have to buy an entire figure You can't have both head sculpts. You have to choose between closed eye and open eye. And this is what that makes this such a tough choice, because I think closed eye is better representative of her character overall. But at the same time, I'm not a fan of having anime figures where I don't have the option to swap out the face part into an open eye one. This is a me problem, obviously. But yeah, I think I'm leaning towards the closed eye version a bit more because of the context behind this character overall. Moving on to the next one, BGA Studio again, Rudia's Love Life of in Mushoku Tensei. So we have Ares Boreas Greyrat, Sylphiet Greyrat, and Roxy Migodia. $435 for a set of 3. It's not bad. Releasing in March 2027. Okay, 1 year wait. The only problem I have is that Ares and Roxy looks fine. Sylphiet does not look like Sylphiet that much. I think the face is way off over here. Yeah. So, as unique as this trio of figure may be, this is all down to whether you are okay with Sylphiet's face or not. I'm not exactly okay with it. Yeah, I care a lot about faces of anime figures, right? So, now this is a no-go for me. They need to fix her face at least. Moving on to the next one, we have Land Studio Freeran and Fern in a Hot Spring. $116 only because it is a small figure. This is a bit like a bust figure, right? September release. The height is around 14 cm. Well, kind of cute though. It is not a bad figure to have, to add to existing genuine figure collections. This is a nice addition actually. Does not cost too much and it is cute. And this is the kind of figure where genuine figure brands won't make. Yeah. Moving on to the next one, we have Fern Cheongsam, Chinese dress by BBSD Studio. $173 at 1/6 scale, no release date yet. Now, this is a Fern figure which I really like. The only problem is the pose being, very bland and simple, but the face is spot on. And this is also one of very few Fern figures that is not too cultured. Finally, a normal third-party resin figure of her. And the sculpt is beautiful. Provided they get the face right, this is a good buy. I only wish that this backdrop over here is included with the figure. That would make it perfect. But otherwise, very nice figure of her. I like it a lot, man. Right, moving on to the next one. Okay. Yeah, big milkers, man. Mizuki Shiranui Bunny Girl version from Taimanin RPGX by Lazy Cat Studio. I'm sorry, I can't show anything because she is Hadaka, right? You can go to OSGK and check it out yourself. 2 different versions, normal skin color or tanned skin. $329 each at 1/6 scale, releasing in December. Well, I find it hard to buy or justify a third-party Taimanin figure. They have to do more than this because the genuine brands are already doing an amazing job, especially from Pure, right? Next up over here, we are now in game character section. Well, Taimanin was also a game. Tri Eagles Studio KOF 14, My Shiranui. This is an early bird pre-order, no price, no release date yet, but I am predicting around $600. Release date late 2027, something like that. Okay, for some reason, this one looks Chinese to me. Some people find it difficult to differentiate between Chinese, Japanese, and Koreans when they look at their face. For us Asians, we can tell the difference. Yeah, this looks Chinese to me. This is my Shiranui over here. 1/6 scale action figure. Oh, okay, my bad. I was assuming 1/4 scale resin statue. Okay, that changes things a bit. If this is a 1/6 scale action figure, which I've never seen Tri Eagles Studio make, no action figures, then this is not a $600 figure. This is more like $200 to $250 tops. Yeah. No pictures yet. This is all we have. Moving up next, we have 2B from Nier Automata by Sweet Studio, 1/4 scale action figure. Now that is not common. $347, releasing in March. Yep. So you can change the pose as you can see over here. This is a seamless action figure. Interesting. And why 1/4? That is a weird scale to make an action figure because Yeah, she won't be compatible with accessories from other action figures, which are either 1x6 or 1x3. Right, 1x3 would be like doll scale. So 1x4 is a weird scale to go for. Face is something subjective at this point because every different company seems to have a different way of interpreting how 2B's face should look like when you remove that goggle around her eyes. Apparently, they are goggles, but I prefer to call it a blindfold. Next up over here, this is a surprise. Brahman Studio is making this real elite masterline goddess of Victory Nikke Dorothy at 1x4. Man, this is going to cost like over 200,000 yen easily. This is an early bird pre-order. We don't have a price or release date yet. And I believe there's another company making a 1x7 of this. Is it Max Factory? It was Max Factory, right? I did not even pre-order it. I hope I won't regret not pre-ordering it early. Okay, the face. I'm not liking the face over here. I think Max Factory did a better job. This is for those of you with really deep pockets. Yeah, if I get to unbox and review one of these, yes please, but no, I'm not spending over $1,000 on a statue. Next up, we have Goddess of Victory Nikke, Rapi from Yao Meng Meng Studio, $175, no release date yet. Yao Meng Meng Studio is a brand you can trust. They have released a lot of great figures. I liked them when I saw the production pictures. So even if there is no release date, once again, for this brand, it is okay to trust them. As for this Rapi, no thank you. Yeah. Smoking hot for sure. She is wearing swimsuit. She is not Hadaka, right? She's wearing swimsuit, but the pose is too saucy for YouTube. There will be many choices for Rapi in the coming months, in the coming year. I'm really looking forward to the Hobby Sakura 1x4. As for 1x7, I have not decided on which Rapi to get yet. Yes, this one, yeah, for those of you gooners, I suppose. As if I'm one to talk, right? Moving on to the next one right here. We have a lot of Fate figures this week for some reason from third parties. At least 6 of them over here. The first one is by X-Pig Studio, Zombie, Minamoto no Raiko, and Shuten Doji. So you can get each for around $496, or you can get both as a set for $886, which is a big saving over there of over almost $100 for each figure. But how dare you, X-Pig Studio? How dare you for screwing over my favorite lolly in FGO? Shuten Doji is not supposed to look this grown up. She is not supposed to have very long legs like those, and she is not supposed to look like a grown up lady. She needs to be an adorable lolly in order to be the true Shuten Doji. And as a fan of Shuten Doji, I am not pleased by this version of her. I don't like it at all. Yeah, Minamoto no Raiko is fine as long you're fine with the zombie colors, Chinese zombie skin colors. Minamoto Raiko is fairly accurate. But how dare you, X-Pig Studio, you totally ruined Shuten Doji for me. And no, I am not going to recommend this to anyone. Moving on to the next one here from Chien Studio, we have Lily. Okay, Saber Lily and Saber Alter in wedding outfit, $755 for both. If you get either one only with DLC, $441. Oh, DLC is a sword stand. What a shame. I was hoping for anime face, but they gave me a sword stand. No. I'm not sure how many people are buying these, man. Like Saber figures that has been converted into realistic face. I've seen like 10 or 15 different Saber figures by third party with a realistic face, and I did not like a single one of them. Yeah. Next up over here, another Saber wedding dress by Eve Studio. This is early bird pre-order, no price, no release date yet. This one looks kind of nice, right? I think I prefer this one a lot more than the previous one simply because of the face. Right, next up, what else do we have? Okay, Saber Alter by Raven Studio and Stray Studio. Version A with, okay, without DLC or with DLC. So the default head is the anime face. The DLC, which you need to buy separately, the realistic face. This is how it should be done. The anime face should be the default. So version A over here in armor, version B is in this, in this dress, which Alter has made a PVC figure of, and Supreme version you get both for $771. I would stick with the armor version without the DLC, so $496 for a 1x4. Yeah, I would be content with the base model because the armor, I would stare at those armor all day. This is beautiful paintwork. And there is LED for the sword and the base. Realistic face is actually nice for this one, right? But I can do without it. If I were to review this, probably I would get the armor only version, but I would take it with the realistic face because for review purposes, I want to see what the head sculpt is like, right? So if I would take version A with DLC, 540, okay, additional $50, fine. This is very nice. I like it a lot. Next up, we have another Saber Alter by Nock Studio. Similar pose as well. $199 at 1x6 scale. No release date yet. Okay, anime face again. I'm happy to see that. That is a good anime face as well. Are we getting LEDs in the base? I'm not too sure. But the armor over here looks more detailed than the PVC figures by Good Smile or Aniplex for the matter. Okay, I remember that saber. So this is by the same company. That saber pre-order opened months ago. No, there are no LEDs from the looks of it. I would take the 1x4 earlier, even though it is more expensive. Okay, next up, we have Saber in Buff by Candy Studio, $193, releasing in October. Okay, so just Saber with a towel, taking a buff. Yeah, the traditional Japanese buff, right, with that wooden thing over there. Okay, the face is good. But I don't think that is a face that Saber would make. I've never seen Saber or Altora Pendragon looking embarrassed before. In fact, back in the original Fate Stay Night series from 2006, year 2006, 20 years ago, she would walk out with no clothes on and then she would feel like there's nothing wrong with it. If you want to look at her, just look. She's proud of her body, something like that. Yeah. So moving on to the next one here, another Prisma Ilya figure with barely any clothes on. I love this trend. This is coming from Mephisto Studio, Chloe von Einsburn. $231 at 1x6 scale, September release. Yep, cast-offable. So this one looks amazing, but at the same time, I think this is a third-party recast. No, a GK recast. I feel like I've seen this somewhere. So I suppose that it is going to turn out good because the sculpt is not done by a third party. It was done by someone legit. Moving on to the next one, Melusine with a sword from NBJ Studio. $221 releasing in, okay, no release date yet. So this Melusine over here wearing translucent looking clothes but not castable. And this almost looks like a slightly better price figure, if you know what I mean. Details are not very impressive to spend over $200 on this. Yeah, this is the same sword we see in the Fat Company version of Lancer Melusine. I think it is too expensive. The face is fine, but too expensive. Moving on to the next one. Oh, this is so cute. Elf Studio Suzuran from Arknights, $199, December release. Man, I want this. Oh my god, this is the best third party this week. The best third party at 1x6 skill. Oh man. You see, you don't even need to make a figure cultured. You don't need to make it customable or anything. Yet you can still make a figure look attractive to gooners like me. Yes, I want this, man. Releasing in December. I need to think about this one. The problem is that this is a Halloween version, but she's coming out in December. Missed Halloween. Right, moving on to the next one. Honkai Star Rail Spark C again by New Age Studio. $240 at 1x6. No release date yet. And somebody commented in my X saying that this is how Spark C figures should be done. wearing no shoes or any footwear, needs to be bare feet. I guess that there is a reason why third parties put so much emphasis on the feet of their figures, because people actually care about it a lot. Face looks good to me. That definitely looks like Sparksy. And oh, you're getting both versions. I thought you get to choose between bare leg and stocking legs. No. No options to choose, which means both are included. And yep, here is a closer look at the feet. Nice, nice. Moving up to the next one from ZTR Studio, we have Honkai Star Rail Firefly. And she has a naughty looking face over there. Yup, this is a cultured figure. $282 at 1/6 scale. No, not 1/6. 1/4.5 scale, according to the details at the bottom of the page. Nice. 1/4.5 is very specific. No release date yet though. And ZTR Studio, they actually released a lot of figures, and the figures are kind of average in my opinion. Detail levels are, yeah, just mid. Not too bad, not great either. And I'm working on my next which third-party resin figure brand is any good video, where we will cover a few figures from this brand. Yep, in that upcoming video, right? So this one is up to you. I think the price is decent for a borderline 1/4 scale figure, and the face is indeed reminiscent to Firefly, though that is not the kind of expression you would see her make, I guess. Moving on to the next one here, this is probably the second best third-party resin figure this week that is 1/6 scale after that Suzuran earlier. Just that I suspect that this is also a recast of an existing GK because it feels really familiar to me. Feels like I've seen it somewhere. Not to mention this brand, ACGN02 Studio, does have a track record of recasting GKs in the past. So we have Blue Archive, Ryoge Kisaki, two versions over here. I would settle for this Gyeongsam Chinese dress version. The Bunny Girl version, it is okay, but you know what? I would settle for the Chinese dress version alone. I don't need two similar figures of the same character. You can get both for $382, but for Chinese dress only is $221. No cast off or anything, but I'm happy with that. This Ryoge Kisaki, her face looks fantastic, in fact. Like, yeah, the face sculpt is really good. So, decent amount of details. Right, look at the inner layers of her coat over here. I like it a lot. This is a figure where I want to see a genuine figure brand make. Exactly the same thing, but PVC figure. Good smile, Max Factory, anyone please? Why are there no Ryoge Kisaki PVC figures yet? In 2026, I don't understand. Next up, Sukatsuki Ryo. So there we go again. Office lady with photocopy machine. This is by LK Studio, $347 at 1/4. That is one heck of a big figure. No release date yet. This is the only picture we have, but the face looks good. Looks like Ryo to me. Actually, the figure looks a lot better than I expected after I zoomed in a little bit over here. We need more pictures though, but this looks pretty promising to me. Just that LK Studio, never heard of them. Moving up next, this Taiho figure from Azalane made by Shipgirl Studio. I covered her 2 weeks ago. Back then, there was no price. Now we have a price of $366 and her height is close to 1/4 scale. Yep, a bit more than that in fact. So price is good, but no release date yet. So this is looking like a fine Taiho figure among the third parties. The face is pretty nice. Moving up next, okay, we have 3 figures from Wuthering Waves. The first one here, we have Kartetia Pool Party, just wearing bikini. Yeah. Yeah, the adult version and the lolly version together in one figure. They're wearing swimsuit or bikini. And you know what? This figure looks so weird to me. Like the pose is very stiff, very unnatural. You look at her hands, you know, like this. Like, what kind of pose is this? It is like you're trying to pose for a photograph, but you're also being very careful at the same time not to touch the person you're photographing with. So you're like, you know, when you... Yeah, the hand looks really stiff and unnatural, and I'm not sure if I like it at all. And at the bottom of this picture over here, there is a small text in Chinese saying that this is not made with AI, which is hilarious because they know that people don't like it when a figure or any product is made with AI. Moving up next, we have Chisa from Wuthering Waves by Qianben Yinggong Zhao Studio. This is a brand that has released many figures as well, so it is a brand that you can trust. Yeah, just check out user pictures and see whether you're happy with them. $193 releasing in December. Okay, the face looks good. This looks pretty good. You know, initially from a distance, she looks meh, and then I zoom in, oh, that turns out nicer than I expected, which is the case for many third-party resin figures. Right, this brand is fine. They also have a few Nikke figures on pre-order, I think. Moving on to the next one, Wuthering Waves Amiya by Ready Player One Studio and 15 Studio. Like, what? Ready Player One, wouldn't that be a trademark issue with the franchise Ready Player One? As if some of the Chinese brands care, I guess. $599 at 1x6 scale, LED base, September release. Now that is very complex. Oh, this looks incredible. Okay. Are the stuff behind her included? I don't think so, right? Or is it? The figure itself looks amazing, but depending on what we are getting, that will determine whether the price is reasonable or not. Because $599 is a lot of money for a 1x6 scale. Is this lighted up? Is this LED or glow in the dark? But regardless, it looks amazing. The problem is that sometimes we don't know if they are cheating by using Photoshop to edit it to make it look like it is glowing, but actually it does not do so. No, in the actual figure. Oh, okay. So the background robot mecha thing is not there, but we do have this incredible base and this. Alright, fine. $599, I can understand it. Please give us official product pictures with a plain background. Don't do complex, messy stuff behind. It feels like you're trying to mislead us for some reason. Yeah, this looks way too messy, man. All these official pictures over here. Good marketing material, but we also need plain background pictures to be able to judge the figure more accurately. Moving on to the next one here. Okay, Genshin Impact Raiden Shogun in swimsuit from Summer Studio. $329 releasing in December. Now, this is a very nice Raiden Shogun figure. The face is semi-realistic, in between anime style and also realistic face, but I can tell it looks like Raiden Shogun, looks like her a lot. And this is the kind of swimsuit or poolside figure that I would love to see genuine figure brands doing, because we are getting a portion of the pool and solid block of resin or plastic, which looks like water, right? This kind of base is probably not doable with PVC, I think. I could be wrong, but PVC, if you are making a big block like that, which is completely transparent, I don't think so. Because PVC, even if you make transparent parts, they are more like translucent, not 100% clear, but for resin, you can make them 100% clear. This is among the best bases I've seen for a swimsuit figure. $329 for 1x4 scale. Great price, right? Considering the base, figure is simple, but the base makes up for it. I rarely have so much praise for a swimsuit figure, but this is the way to do it. Right, and the last figure for today by YM Studio, CCR made from Zenless Zone Zero, $193 at 1x6 scale. There is a not safe for work version, but I'm not putting the not safe for work pictures on screen, of course. And they don't really have any pictures of that either available at the moment, at the time of recording at least. Face looks beautiful. The face is very nice. Oh. The teeth, the tongue sticking out to fingers, that is beautiful sculpting. This week's third-party figures are really nice, man. Yeah, so that would be all for figure news fix this week. Which one will you pre-order early? Which one will you wait until after release? Let me know down in the comments below. And until then, once again, if you enjoyed this video, please give it a like, subscribe to this channel for more anime figure content every week, and I'll see you guys again soon in a few days. Thanks again and goodbye.